All right, you're welcome to today's session. In today's class, I'm going to let me make sure my network is connected. All right, in today's class, we'll be advancing our design forward. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do prototype on Figma, right? So, prototype on Figma is one way to present your design in a way that clients will be wowed and they want to give you jobs, right? So it's a very, very vital part of UI UX design. I'm not just going to be teaching you prototype, I'll be teaching you how to do design presentation. So what makes people know you are a designer is how you are able to show your work, right? So in UI UX design, apart from designing on Figma, some persons know how to present their work and export their design from the Figma file so that, of course, they can share on their social media platform, maybe their WhatsApp status, their LinkedIn page, their Instagram page, Facebook page, and all of that. The first time I got a job, a high paying job, it was a Nigerian client. I made a post of my work on my WhatsApp status, and he reached out to me. I was like, Prince, you do UI design? He said yes, and that's how we closed the deal. He told me what he wanted to design. It was a big project. Then it was there around 70, 80,000 naira. Then that was in 2023. So it was like my first major project. So just posting your design can make a huge difference. So I would like us to, in as much as we are doing our prototype is another way of presenting your design. Then posting it to is another. So I'll be teaching you these two methods, right? So let's just get right into our screen. Good evening to you all. I can see Ajas Record and Olayele. You're welcome. Welcome to class. I'll share my screen shortly. So I'd like us to type on the comment section, how's your design been? How's your training been? Just type, let's see how far you are going. How's your training been? How's your design been so far? Question how your training has been, how your design has been. I'm sharing my screen right now. So type on the comment section, how's your training been? How's your design been? Oh, very good, amazing, amazing. Your design is not hard. All you need is focus, right? So let's just get into it without wasting much of your time. I think I need to turn off. So design fight, and this is my design. So let me show you what the prototype look like. I've already prototyped this, but I'm going to show you how to do. So if I my first screen, this play button, look at the play button. See where my mouse is hovering. I'll click on this drop down. There are two ways to present your design. Either you click on present. If I click on present, it's going to take me to another page, right? We'll come back to this. But if I click on the second one, which is preview, I'll be able to see my design right here on my design canvas. So I'm moving the design a little bit. This is what it's like. I'll show you how to achieve this. So just watch what we're about to do. We'll do this presentation and it'll even be up to 1 hour, right? So some people guys come late. When they come, we're already done. All right, so let's load. Keep typing. How's your design been? Keep typing. Let's see. How's your design been? I think I was not sharing my screen. Okay, class has been wonderful. Very good. Okay, let me share my screen. Was I sharing my screen? Oh my God. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. I'm trying to show you what the app looks like. Why is it delaying? So I'll think I'm having some network issues. Please confirm if you can hear me. First of all, confirm if you can hear me before I start sharing my screen. Confirm if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I see Christian says yes. I need another confirmation. Confirm if you can hear me. I want to be sure. All right, loud and clear. Amazing. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. I think I was having network problem. Okay, okay. Amazing. I'm sharing my screen right now. Sometimes Nigeria can be funny. Okay. Okay, if you are just joining, you've not missed. I'm trying to set up. My Figma is lagging, so I'm just waiting for it. FIGM. So let's just give it some time to load. Okay, it's up now. Also, if you've downloaded your Figma app, well done. We'll be using it. I'll show you how to use it right now in course of this class. So this is an unusual act. My network doesn't behave like this. I don't know why it's happening. to load. Let me just say this. So someone reached out to me today and was like, how do we get this UI design jobs? All these things I'm doing, because I sent him a screenshot of what I was working on for one foreign client and all of that. So it was like, how do we get the job? I believe some of you might be asking the same thing. So when we're done with these 2 weeks, how will I get jobs? How will I even improve my skills and all of that? We'll be wrapping up the 2 weeks training with the job acquisition. I'm going to show you what the jobs looks like, where to get the jobs, how to prepare for the jobs, and a whole lot of stuff, right? So that will be on Wednesday. So try to come early on Wednesday so that you don't miss out on it. Okay, it's up now. This is not good, I swear. All right, I believe you can see my screen. I won't take so much time today. I've been working since morning. I even want to rest. So this is it. If I click on my splash screen, I've already prototyped this design you are seeing here. I think I also sent the video, but let me just show what it looks like. So if I click on my splash screen and I come over to my control panel, remember we have design and prototype. We are going to use the prototype, but before then, let's just do the presentation. So I said this play button is for presenting. There's a drop down here. If I click on the present, it's going to open another screen, which is this second screen you are seeing right now, but that's not what I want to do. I want to look at preview. So if I click on preview, it's going to open inside my design canvas. So let's watch. Okay, the second screen has opened. I wanted to show you on the preview. This is the second screen. So if I click on buy, it takes me to the next one. I can click on back to go back. But if I click on buy, I click on review order, I can turn this on, I can turn it off. So these are some of the animation I've done and I'm going to teach you. If I click on buy now, it's going to say successful. Then I can close it. So you'll notice that in our design, we don't have that success modal. So I'm going to teach you how to do it real quick. I'll teach you how to do it. Let me just close this. So for this success modal, how do we achieve it? Because we need it for our animation. How do you do it? You get a frame to make it a square. That's a perfect square. I can name this success, Control AS, UCCES, success MODL modal. Then I press enter, right? So is it as big as this other one? It's not big, so I can choose to increase it. Maybe just increase the width, like drag this. So it's not a perfect square at this point. It's 323 by 280. Let's just make it even numbers. Let's do 320 by 290. So I will go to my plugins, right click, go to Iconify. Then I'm going to select, I'll search for tick, T-I-C-K, like something that is tick good. To search for icons in Iconify, you just need to know keywords, right? So I will just scroll to see something that looks like what I want. Either this or this can work. So I'll just go with, let's go with this. I'll drag it, put inside my frame. I'll get my text. Maybe this is my Bitcoin text. Click alternate to duplicate. Drag it inside like that. Then I'll zoom out. To zoom out, you just drag your mouse right with your two fingers. I'll double click, type SUCCESS, successful. I'll click on the good. I want to change the color from black to green. I can just come here and type GREEN, green. Press enter. It's going to change to green. GREEN. Then the size is 24 by 24. I'll just make it 60 by 60. I want it to be bold. You can align to the middle. Then successful, I'll also align that to the middle. Then I need this close button. We have something similar already, which is transfer. I'll click on the transfer. Use alternate to duplicate. Then I'll type close. CLOSE, close. So if I want to give it these curved edges, I'll select the frame, come over to my corner radius, give it like 24. I think 24 is okay. I'll select my close button, then align it to the middle. So it's perfect now. So we have something similar to what we have here. So how do we prototype our design? First thing you want to do is you click on the empty canvas. We have started learning prototype, so pay attention. You click on the empty canvas, right? Once you click, you are not selecting any frame. Come over to prototype. See prototype here. We have design, we have prototype. If I click on prototype, I'm going to see my prototype settings. Yours might be on none. You understand? Yours might be on none. That's for the frame. Like no device. You might see something like this, no device. So what you want to do first is, once you click on outside your design canvas, don't select any frame. Click outside. First thing you want to do is to set up your device. We worked with iPhone 13 and 14, right? So I'll just come to, there's no 13 here, so I'll use 14. So this is my iPhone 14. The reason is so that when I'm presenting it, it's going to have this frame. If I take it from iPhone 13 to no device, iPhone 14 rather, to no device, see what it's going to look like. You see the way it's looking like there's no frame, but we want to make it realistic, right? That's why we're adding the frame. So I'll just select from prototype. I'll select device. I'll choose iPhone 14, which is my screen size. If you choose any other phone that is different from your screen size, it will not fit in properly. So you need to ensure you are choosing the right screen size, right? You need to be sure you are choosing the right screen size. You understand? So ensure you are choosing the right screen size. Once you do that, all these things you are seeing now are my prototyping line. I've done this already, but I'm going to redo it so that you too can do your own. So how do I redo my own? I'll first of all scatter this one. So I'll click on the line. You're also learning something from what I'm about to do now. So if you want to undo a prototype, you just click on the line. You will see the interaction here. I'll click on minus to take it out. I'll select the next one that has prototype. I'm removing my prototype. So in case you do a prototype and you don't like it, you want to remove it, this is how you remove it. You just click on the prototype line, then you click on minus to take it out. This button has a prototype, so I'll just click on it, click on minus to take it out. I'll do same here. Click on minus to take it out. Please pay close attention. Pay close attention. I'll click on the line. I'll click on minus. So let's now start. There is no other prototype, right? So this is how we do our prototype. We'll start from the splash screen. The splash screen is when I launch my app, that's what should show on my screen, right? So I'll click on my splash screen, then I'll move from design to prototype, right? The splash screen also has something. Let me undo it. I'll press minus. So we have a plain designer. So I'll click on my splash screen. There are two kinds of prototype I'll be introducing us to. The first one is screen to screen. Then we have element to screen, right? So screen to screen means I can drag this screen to another screen. Once you're on prototype mode, you are going to see this node. Look at this node at the four sides of whatever you are selecting. You understand? So you click on the node and drag it to the next place. Prototype is just like, if I do this, let it go to this place. If I click on this, let it take me to this place. So that's what it looks like. So I'll click on this node, drag it like that. So that's the arrow. I'll just drag to this next one. So what's going to be the interaction trigger? Is either you tap it, when I click on it, it should navigate to home screen. I believe by now you've named your screen already. That's why it's important to name your screen. So I'm saying if I tap, it should move, but I don't want to tap. I want it to move by itself. So I'm going to select, instead of tap, I'll use what's it called? After delay. So I'll select after delay because I don't want to tap anything for it to move from the splash screen to the home screen. So I will click on after delay 800, right? 800 milliseconds. It should move to the next screen instant, right? Then I'll just, okay, I can change this to maybe dissolve. So one way to test your prototype is you click on the splash screen, you come over to the preview and see what you are doing here. So see what's going to happen now. You see the way it's changing. I think that dissolve is not fine. Let me, it's going to start afresh. Okay, I think the dissolve is fine. So when I launch my screen, it just moves to the home screen. So what's the next thing I want to do? I would the next thing I want to prototype is my buy button. And so you use auto layout for your button. So if I click on it, some persons that use text and rectangle, it might be difficult, you understand, because see my own, if I click on this, I'm selecting the entire button, both the rectangle and the text together. But if you click on text, or if you design the text separate from the rectangle, it might give you some challenge, but it's still possible. You just prototype the text and leave the rectangle, right? But I'm doing for both, so I'll just select it, drag the node. I'm saying I'm dragging it to the next one. So I'll say when I tap on this button, that's the trigger. The trigger is what do you do for it to move? So for this trigger, I'm selecting tap. When I tap, it should move to the buy screen. It should be it should dissolve. I think dissolve is fine. Let's see what it looks like. If I click on tap now, you see the way it moved, right? So if I click on this back, it's not going to go back because I've not prototyped it. So I'll come over to my navigation button here, my back arrow, select it, then you can see the node, right? I'll click and drag it to the other screen. So when I tap on it, it should go back. So see that it has gone back. So if I click on buy, if I tap on the back, so that's for that. Next thing I have to prototype now is, remember we're using dissolve. Let me click on the node. So you see, so the trigger is on tap, it should move to home screen and it should dissolve. You understand? So next is I want to prototype my review button. I'll click on the review button, click on the node, drag it to this screen, and the trigger is on tap, dissolve, ease out. So if you select either dissolve, instant, or smart animate, I'm using dissolve for this, it's going to keep repeating your previous trigger until you change it, right? So I think dissolve is cool for me. So I'll click on review. It has gone to the next screen. If I click back, it won't go because I've not what's it called, I've not prototyped that. So I'll click on the arrow again, then drag it with the node to this. What's the trigger? When I tap it, navigate and all of that. Then finally, for this buy button, so if I buy now, I want that successful pop-up. So I'll click on the buy button and drag it to this frame. It's going to have on tap, move to this overlay, dissolve. So if I click on this button, I see what's going to happen. You see the way it's showing? That's not what I want. So I'll go back. I want the successful to be on this same screen, right? It's called an overlay. So what do? I'll say when I tap on this, instead of navigate to, I'm going to change the action to open overlay. That's for the pop-up, open overlay. So when I click on open overlay, it's going to ask me if I want a background. I'll say yes. The background is okay. When there's a pop-up, it should not just be directly on the screen. So I'll select background. It's on 25%. I think that's fine. So let's check it out. If I click on buy now, you see the way it is. Then how do I close this? If I close, it's not working. I'll have to click on the close button. Well, prototype mode. So I'll drag this. When I click on that button, it should bring me back either to, no, not to this screen. It should take me to the home screen. So I'll cancel that. I'll drag to the home screen. So it's just all about dragging the nodes to where you want it to go to. So it's going there. Now if I click on close, it takes me to the home screen. So let's now check out our prototype. So if I click on buy, I can go back, buy, review order. This has a toggle on and off. I'm going to show you how to do that too. But if I click on buy now, I have that successful. Now I'll click on close. How can I get this thing to move like on and off? Let me show you how to do that. I know you already designed this. Let's go back to design mode. I'll click on design on my control panel. I'll just drag this out. This is why I was asking you guys to use auto layouts. You understand? When you use auto layouts, you can easily do some of these things, right? So I'll just duplicate this with alternate. I can call this off, O-double-F, off. And I'll call this second one on, O-N, on. So how do I change this? This is on auto layout, right? You can see I'm selecting on. So I'll just, it's currently aligned to the right. I'll align it to the left because I'm using auto layout. See that the button has moved. If you are not using auto layout, let's say you are using group, you can still align to the left if you are using group, right? Or you can just drag the circle to this other side, right? But since I'm using auto layout, I can align to the middle, to the right, or to the left. You understand? Next thing I want to do is to fill it up. I'll take my primary color and copy this, Control C. Don't worry if it looks like you are confused. Don't worry, it's your first time. When you are watching the video again, you'll get it right. I'll select the circle, change it from white to my primary color. Then this shade, I'm going to use the lighter shade of blue, which is this one. I'll click on that button, come over to the control panel, copy the color code, Control C. Then I'll select the frame and change it from D9 to that. Press enter. So I have this. So when it's on, this is what the shade looks like. When it's off, this is what it looks like. So how do I make it? How do I animate it? I will highlight both of them by clicking and dragging over it or over them both. I'll come over to this frame, see where I am, see where my mouse is hovering, create component. I'll click on the drop down, then click on create component set. If it's your first time, don't worry, don't fret, you will get this thing right. So once I do that, I'll now go to prototype. Then I'll double click to select this ball. You see the node. Whenever you're on prototype mode, you get to see these nodes. You understand? So I'll just drag it to this point. And what's the trigger? When I tap on it, it should change to on, right? It should change to this. Then I'm going to select the blue one by double clicking, drag the node to this next one, and see when I tap on it, it should change to this other property. You can see it, right? So let's now try it out. How do I try it out? I'll go back to design mode, then select the first one, use alternate to duplicate it. So to know that you have gotten it correctly, right, you are going to see this purple outline. It means it's a component now. So what that means is that this blue one is inside this one. You understand? Just the way they are, like this. So I'll press Ctrl X or Ctrl C to copy that, come to my original one, right click, paste to replace it. So now I have the component and my you can even change it from here. Now if I click, you see that, so it's on and off. So if I come over to my design and I click that, you can get that on and off feel, right? So let's do the prototype afresh. I'll click on my splash screen. You see the way it's moving, right? Then I'll click on buy, click on review order. I can go back again, click on buy, click on review order, click on buy now, then close that. So I hope you guys got that clearly. I hope you got, if you are confused, type I'm confused. If you are confused, type I'm confused. We're about to go to how to check it on your phone, right? But if you are confused so far, type I'm confused. Type. Let's be sure we are together or not. If you are following, type I'm following. If you are not confused. So this is my phone, right? I'll go over to my Figma app. You can see my Figma app there, right? I'm showing you my Figma app. So I'll click on it and it's going to ask me to log in with my email. Use the same email you signed up with, right, to log in. Once you are logged in, I'm logged in already. You can see what it looks like. You will see this mirror sign. That blue sign is showing you mirror. So if I click on the mirror, it's going to ask me to select a frame. It's going to ask me to select a frame. So what I'll just simply do is loading. It will ask me to select a frame. I'll just select the splash screen and allow it to load. It's going to load on my phone. Just once you click on the mirror, it's going to ask you to select a frame. I'll select my frame. Mine is loading already. Once it's up, I'll show you guys. You can now, once you finish prototyping here, you can now test it on your phone. But just give me a second. Mine is loading. Is my data on? Okay, it's on. It's coming up. All right, so you can see my design. This is my design now showing. My ring light is disturbing. That's my design on the phone. You can see it, right? So if I click on the buy button, you see it has moved. If I click on the back, it has gone back to home. If I click on the buy button, if I click on review order, it takes me to the next screen. If I toggle on the button, you see that it has moved. I can toggle it off and on. You can see that right there. If I click on confirm order, you see the successful. So this is me testing the design on my phone. So prototyping is just all about going to prototype mode on the what's it called, your control panel, right? Then you once you're on your prototype mode, is going to show the way it's showing right now. Let me show you my screen. So you move, this is currently on design mode. If I go to prototype mode now, you start seeing the nodes, right? All you just need to do is you select, either you are prototyping screen to screen or you're prototyping elements to screen. You understand? Click on the button, drag it to where you want it to go. It's going to ask you for the trigger. You select on tap. When I click on it, it should navigate to the next screen. Then you can choose either instant, dissolve, or smart animate. I'm using dissolve for smooth transition, right? Same thing for my arrow button. If I click on the arrow button, I'm on prototype mode, you see those nodes. If I go back to design mode, you won't see anything. But once I switch to prototype mode, prototype is just like putting some of the animation, right? You just see me do. So that's for that. I think we have like 20 more minutes. So let me use this remaining 20 minutes to just quickly run through design presentation. So sometimes you will see something. Let me go back to design mode. I just hope you guys are following. Trust me. So I did this design for my thumbnail, right? You can see the phone frame and all of this. I won't want to go into the phone frame and all of that because of the level of complexity, right? But I'm going to do something that you like regardless. So let me show you a website I use as a UI designer to get stuff done. The name of the website is Dribble. So if I go to dribble.com, the B is triple B, BBBLE.com, it's going to ask you to sign up. Very simple to sign up. Just sign up with your email, right? You don't. So come over to the app. Is a fintech app, right? So type for fintech app. You can get app design inspiration. Fintech app. Want to do design presentation now. If I press enter, it will show me some design samples that other top designers have done regarding to fintech. It's called design presentation, how people present design. They cannot trust you that, oh, this guy knows what is on your Figma. Some of you will Streaming is disturbing today. It's terrible. Let me share my screen again. Yeah, Desmond, the class is still on, but my network today is just showing me that I'm in Nigeria. Oh my God. Please, where did you stop following? Let me be sure so I can go over it again. Where did you stop following? Where did you stop following? Hello? Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Where did you stop prototyping? We stopped at prototyping. We stopped at dribble, right? Did you stop at dribble? Okay, after signing up to dribble. Okay, okay, all right. I'll share my screen. Oh, damn. So when you sign up to dribble, right? You come. There's going. You see this site, but just type for fintech, FINTECH, fintech app, and click on search. Examples. Mine is loading. My network is just behaving. Guys, we've covered the what's it called? We've covered the prototyping. Just go and do your prototype. I will send you a video on how to do your design presentation so I can export your design and of course, yeah, share it on your social media. We are going to see on Wednesday when I'll be teaching you the remote job. I hope network is not going to disturb us on that day, right? So the class is already becoming frustrating, right? So we are done with the prototype. I will end the streaming now so that you can rewatch and do your prototype. You test it on your phone, like I showed you mine, right? On Wednesday, we'll talk about the remote jobs. I'm going to show you where to get big jobs that pay in dollars and all of that, and we'll know how to move from there. Then for the presentation, I will send you a video on how to um, present your designs, right? So that'll be all for now. I don't want to take much of our time further. Thank you very much. Good night, guys. If you've not done your assignment, try to do it before Wednesday, right? Bye.